Hi everyone, welcome back to a new day, a new trade over here. I just have realized been talking the last 10 minutes by myself. And most importantly, welcome back trader. Today we have got a big session lined up. We are diving into the crypto market, the S&P 500 and the semiconductor sector and its direction and where the opportunity currently over there lies. We will be breaking down key data and checking out our position together and mapping the direction of the Bitcoin stocks and all other indices. But that is not all. Today I will be teaching you an important lessons, and the most important lesson is I will also walk you through one of the most powerful lessons in trading is how to compound your trades probably so you have a bigger size in a risk adjusted way, and so you grow your P&L in the right way. By the end of the live stream you should be able to understand the market direction, how to position yourself and how to compound your trade the right way. So, and one quick disclaimer over here is it's very important. Pause the video and check out this disclaimer because it is very important to keep yourself safe and secure. So what's going on is right now in the crypto space, when we go up here, is everything in the red in the weekly basis. The biggest hit took Ethereum, and this didn't surprise us, right? So the surprise wasn't that big for us. The surprise wasn't that big for us because we have already talked about that in our live streams in terms of what direction Ethereum could be going based on the institutional trader exiting it around the 4,000 area. When we watch this, it has jumped up to 4,800, and this area through this whole area of 4,200 up to now institutional traders have exited. So I'm not that faithful and bullish and optimistic toward Ethereum over here, and Bitcoin itself I'm still bullish on Bitcoin itself, and it could go lower. It's looking not that bullish, but I think it could just heads up, and it is very usual for Bitcoin doing some sideways and then heading up and making everyone scared about its direction and next move, and it's very volatile, so I am remaining bullish. So I got a couple of alerts over here. Hodl is at 790. Devon VIX volatilities has been changing the volatilities of option. So without making it overcomplicated, let's check out the market, the stock market over here. The most importantly in the stock market is that we have seen some correction over here in the retail trade area and also the consumer services, and we're seeing that very clearly what the direction the market is going. So some healthcare, technology and communication taking hit over here, and the distribution services, so the services sectors and retail trades and healthcare and overall consumer is taking a hit over here. So people are scared. This is an indication people are scared. If you are new to my channel, my name is Mo, and I'm helping middle-aged traders and investors protect their capital and grow it like Wall Street. So I have developed tools such as sentiment and volume to help you through that journey. So I'm trading multi-assets in terms of crypto, stock and future market. So one key thing is we need to watch out over here. I'll post on a daily basis the key headlines in the markets and what to look for when it's coming to stock market. So everything is summarized in less than 11 minutes. You can go through it. And the most important, US tech shares has been falling as Trump slaps tips. And coupled Google is still neutral. Musk robotaxi is changing. It's got some bullish news in Arizona, and that was the key important thing. And Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, and it is getting margin risk over here, and which is a little bit bearish. And a couple of other bullish things. So Nvidia has launched its center in the Middle East, Abu Dhabi's, and Oracle and Meta is collaborating. Pfizer, Metaverse, uh, Metsera, Pfizer Metsera closing in 7.3. Drugs sales over here, which is, I'm not that great fans of weight loss drugs, but they have been making ton of money through that. And Union specific, Trump specs the merger with $83 billion, giving his approval. So let's go deeper over here. When it's coming to a key economic fair, Fed Chair Powell will be speaking. Durable goods orders is going to coming on Thursday. GDP growth rate on a quarterly basis, and the final one, and existing home sales and all those key area. And the forecast is 4 million, and the previous was 4 million point 1 and 0.1. And the very important is PCE. And personal spending is also important, and ICM manufacturing, which is going to give us key clear data, and the previous ones was below 50, which is a little bit bearish, and forecast is to grow to 249. So additional to that, what I like to do also on the trading view sites over here, I like to look at over here also when it's coming to more visually appealing. And so the PCE is expected to be lowering, and PMI I think was not this week. When was the PMI? Was this week, October 1st. So it is approximately in 2 weeks from now. That's for that reason we don't have it over here. So we will be watching the data and we'll be discussing it in the live also. So no worries at all. So the economic calendar is telling us Fed is going to be speaking tomorrow, but the most important things over here, the market is still preserving it as very bullish, and which is very important. So to keep it in mind, we're still far away from the 125 moving average, which is we touched it perfectly previously and bounced from it. But the market is still preserved very bullish on the S&P 500. The retail trader is pushing. What the only concern I have over here, when the market even go back, the fundamentally it should reverse a little bit lower to the moving average itself. But institutional traders have been lagging behind when it's coming to this rally, and I have the fear when the market corrects itself even by a little bit, they will be jumping on making it even grow more. So this is strengths, it is in extreme greed, and we have a couple of stocks breaks. It is in a neutral base, and put call option in is extreme greed over here. Also we have a couple key important thing. The VIX has been growing, and I think it could grow faster also. And we have junk bond demand is in fear. But when we look at crypto, crypto has been decreasing through a while. Last month at 60, last week at 53, yesterday at 49, today at 45. So when people are fearful, we will be buying. When people are greedy, we will be selling. That being said, I think it's very clear what to look for in terms also when it's coming to derivative risk over here. We're still in good position. That being said, I will be checking that out. So before we continue, I want from you to check this one key important sentiment data over here. When it's coming to weekly sentiment direction, right now 41% of people of investors and traders are bullish, so, and 42% bearish. So more than average are bullish and more than average are bearish, which is very interesting in terms of people are more tending to be bearish than bullish, and the neutral ones that people have decided to choose a direction. So overall, when people are bullish, it is more likely the market going up, right? And they will be pushing it. When it is coming to bubbles and more, that is another topic. We'll be discussing it in another live stream. So the question for this week was, where would you put the odds of a recession occurring before the end of this year? And majority of them, I think 39% said it is less likely to be happening, and a higher higher than typical chance. And it says it says majority of them is basically saying it says will be not happening this year. So a recession this year, investors are not seeing it. And one key important things I have been working on lately for you guys, everyone remember my old websites where you could book calls with me and talk with me on a level, and we will discussing where the problems you have and had based on need more information about me, about my journey in trading and the journey of every traders, and that will be upgraded this websites and all my offers, and I've been launching and working for you new website so we can upgrade it to the next level and provide you the highest quality information and education in the financial industry for the best offer ever. So we are commission based. Right now we change our offer. If you don't pass it in 12 weeks, our challenge, the less than 90 minutes understanding the market direction and what to do, and then we will be refunding you 100% of your money. And the most importantly, I have developed it for professional, independent and focused operators who want to take control of their bag of the trading back. Imagine it with me. Imagine that you're going to a room where you understand the financial market more than the CEO, the CFO, and the CMO, and you understand how to leverage that opportunity in sales calls, in calls, and even in merger and acquisitions. And more than that, even with this information I will be giving you, you can have the confidence when you talk with other traders to know who is talking the right content and who is not talking the right content. So in this 12 week you will get my system and checklists and risk rails and execution packages, how I'm trading my trades, and today we'll be talking about the compound later on and going through the whole video in terms of understanding how to compound your trades the right way and not the wrong way. So 3 decision trees. I will be giving you also my tools, the sentiment tools, and understanding how to leverage artificial intelligence even in the markets. Couple of things will be going through those 12 weeks, building your definition of assessment, execution, bias development, and risk implementation, which is the core idea is first protect your money, then you can grow it. If you don't lose money, then you will be growing it. So the criteria is very clear. You can check it out on the website. You will be leveraging my 10k hours of in live market, tested over 100 plus indicators, and build tools and dashboard to review workflows. And I have founded a company also, analytics company, data analytics companies, and here is a couple of things and data, and even took it to the next level and give you a proof hub where you can see on a weekly level of posting my journal over here, also what's going on and understanding those metrics, and deeper more you can verify those information yourself. Certification trades I have been taken, and TradingView published ideas, clients, what they are saying, everything is verifiable. And additionally, on top of that, I have developed a red flag index where you can verify each educator and each financial program to figure out if it's the best for you, and already did some research for you. You can verify it yourself and compare it even with more higher tiers such as chartered financial analysts and chartered market technicians and more of them, so you can understand what I'm offering is it the best for you. And I'm pretty sure this program is going to help a lot of people become more independent, reliable investors and traders in the markets. So the thing is, right now I want from you to be focused on the market. Let's go back, and thank you for taking time being here on the live stream today. That's being said, let's check that out over here. So I was looking over here. Let's go on the S&P 500. So basically, let's check out the first VIX, because we got an alert on VIX as has been growing to the level of the market. So not necessarily we're gonna be taking those alerts down over here. And let's watch it over here. We could predict the market Fed direction. Sorry, let me take a sip of water. Was delicious water. So over here, where the area, the key area I'm looking for offload is around the 12. When we go that low, I'm gonna be offloading my trades. My long position trades, I will be offloading it systematically from my positions. That being said, I want from you to be careful when it's coming to this and the direction which I'm looking for. I was looking at the Fed cut to be potentially hiking higher, and we'll be seeing that because we currently systematically in a downtrend type volatility. So the VIX, if you are new to the VIX is a great indicator giving you the short-term volatility in the market, telling you the direction of the market, and I've been a great big advocate of the VIX, the volatility index, which is calculating the options, the 30-day option expiration and its impact on the stock market in systematical way and mathematical way, so you understand the direction of the market, even how the players is positioned. So basically is VIX is a sentiment tool for the market. So that's being said, let's look at the VIX over here. I can see, let me turn on my tools, and I know over here it's gonna be looking complicated for many people. So if you are new to here, what I'm doing, the red lines and the blue lines on my chart, those are limit orders, where the majority of limit order potentially could be positioned. This is nothing guaranteed, it's only mathematical base, and potential, always the idea of potential on the VIX itself. Right now we got the signal over here on a daily basis, we don't have anything, and 3 weekly basis we saw some pushing lower over here, some indication of it's gonna be reversing to the downside, and it's happened exactly. But right now it is pushing it higher. So we took some liquidity grab over here on the 4 hourly. So it is, for me, it is not that clear what direction the VIX wanna take. So it is, I think we need to check out the dollar index also before that, so to figure out what direction the VIX. So in the live stream, it couldn't be more perfect. We have discussed about this. We discussed about the double bottom, right? In the live stream, we talked about that, the Fed live streams, and exactly that happened. And we are right now correcting ourselves, and potentially I could see it is going lower based on the dollar strength right now and the global conflict over here. So the only thing I will be looking over here for this area and that area for a quiet correction. So we have broke it down. So very importantly, when it's coming to parallel channel, never take a parallel channel blindly when it's coming to retail traders on the YouTube level. And watching all those YouTubers, you see they make those parallel channel or channels triangles to make you believe the market's gonna go in certain direction. It is not, and those parallel channel is only indication of help what direction potentially it could go, and you need to understand the candlestick, the price actions, and a ton of sentiment, volume, and liquidity direction. So when you understand how the investors are positioned and the psychology right now, is it more bullish or bearish, then you know, okay, it's gonna be a real breakout or not. Such in this case, right? If you're coming from the industry of YouTube, you would be seeing that as 1 breakout, 2 breakout, 3 breakout, right? And you would have been trading all those 4 trades over here, which was not necessary, right? And you have lost out 4 times 3 times the money if you have shorted the market. And for that reason, be careful when it's coming to parallel channel. You need always to understand what's going behind it. So right now we see clearly over here we are getting rejected, so I'm seeing it. So overall direction, I'm seeing it very beautifully over here. We have done it this perfectly. I could see it to go here and then come higher. So this is the potential scenario I'm looking for and what it could happen, and everything is possible. But the most probable, I would like to see that and to figure out which direction market is going to be going. So if that's going lower and the VIX going lower, then the S&P 500 must go up. So let's check out the S&P 500 over here, and it seems to be bullish over here on the 4-hourly. Let's decrease this over here. We had some nice volatility. The market on the weekly level is still very savage, and we have some fair value gaps or imbalance. Some people call it imbalances in the market over here on the weekly level, but that is normal when it's coming to S&P 500. When we go over here and watch the monthly, we have a couple of imbalances also. Those imbalances are normal in the market, and let's go deeper into it. So we don't see any clear signals here beside this one over here telling us potential buy. So I would assume we're still very bullish. I could see 9k S&P 500 in 2000, or at least 8k 8500 S&P 500 in 2026, which is moving parabolically. So we want to keep in the mind when the market it's moved more than, okay, when we look at this, when was it over here? 2020, 2008. So let's look at the weekly level. The markets has been moving very fast, right? So with those fast moves, this is also indication of bubbles, but we had some correction, and after correction the markets moves fast and catch ups. So let's check out on a daily level. A couple of things I'm looking for over here. Let's delete those areas, and so we can so those were a couple of trades I took. This one is not needed, but did I delete this one over here? But this one is not needed anymore, and this one is not needed anymore. This one is not needed anymore, and certainly this one is not needed anymore. And this is exactly okay, almost we got it right. So we were looking over here for the short, and the short happened but didn't reach our area, and so we will be deleting this, deleting this, deleting this. So we are deleting the not necessary things. We got some nice trade from the live stream, if you remember this trade, right? We didn't trade it because it was news, and we don't trade the news. We trade what's happened after the news. So let's remove this. I don't see it clearly over here. It's marked. I want to push higher, but let me check something else. So let me check the live stream. Is everything is working very well? So it seems to be everything working very well, right? Everything is working. So I'm very satisfied right now. So I know the direction. Let's remove this. And clearly we have some new parallel channel, which is being respected. And this one was correct. The direction also was correct. So what we need to have over here, another direction, which is, you see, this is a parabolic move, right? This is a parabolic move. So the market should move exponentially over here, right? And we have a more steeper right spec set. So what do we see over here? And you know, we have in trading we also something called object tree, and in the object tree I will be adding past trades, and in the past trades we have this. 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 This. Oh. And we need to have another anchored view up from here, which is, we need to see some correction over here, right? When we see on the left side. Market corrected itself, parabolic move. There's 3 steps over here. When you look at there, you need to see that in the markets, parabolic move, bam. So we really, okay, we just did it, okay? Parabolic move, bam. What could be like something like this? Not that deep, but some correction, it should happen. This market moving too crazy right now. Okay, so clearly we had I'm a big fan of parallel channels, so majority of my trades is based on the logic of the parallel channel. Finding 2 points over here and drawing all the way back to figure out if more support is happening over here. Wow. If this is what's going on, it is very interesting. So yeah, let's see what's going on with the S&P 500, the parallel channel. We are outside that parallel channel. That's too crazy. The more logical, what's gonna make sense over here for me to be working very well, right? Look, this is even extending back way to here. You see, each time it went outside. Okay, over here, and let's reframe it. It's not a healthy move. So basically said it was extended. So over here was extended, and we clearly making the 3 touches which we talked previously about, right? So let's decrease this. Touch. Extend. And make it 22 and dark. Is it settings? I personally let's add text. Let's make it 14. For me, the logical conclusion right now is to come down here. So the logical conclusion is should be the direction back to its mean reversion trade, we call it, right? So it should go to its mean. And when we look through that whole area, I want to look at where was the majority of trades happen in this area of the whole bull run. Yeah, clearly is supporting our idea. So we can see over here the idea is on the base on the technical alone that it should come back. This is called the value area high, and the value area high, it's simply telling us the majority of trades in that range happened over there. And in that value area high, what we have is the VWAP, also the volume weighted average price, which is institutional also using, and mean reversion. We have it, we talked about it, and what else? And the value area high of the bull run. Let's increase it to here. So clearly extended moves we have an S&P 500. So we'll be looking for short trade over here. Right, and my stop loss gonna be exactly like this. 1-to-5 ratio. Let's check out my liquid age. By the way, I have an indicator called liquid age. Where is it? Yeah, I have developed this liquid age indicator to understand the liquidity flow and signaling me based on the liquidity where the market direction is going. So when we look at over here, the liquid age is going to be telling us, right, what's the market direction is going. So we are right now in overbought and reversing, right? You see over here how the market was clearly reversing and liquidity is being flown out, but this is not indication alone to take a trade, right? So let's check that out over here. What else do we have? What else do we have on the daily? On the weekly, is this money flowing out a little bit? On the daily, we're still very parabolic, and on the 4 hourly, we did see some correction over here, right? When we watch this, right, let's make everything bigger. I know this is a lot of noise for you if you're for the first time here. We have those blue things on the chart, on the rates ones on the chart itself. It is limit orders. So in our case, we have even here buy limit order, buy limit order, and we can even extend it up to here, the end of buy limit orders. So we have this logic. You need to develop an idea in the market. Buying force over here, so people are looking for some things, and this is gonna be our TP also based on our logic, right? The question when we should enter. So on the 4 hourly, this is looking bullish, and not giving me a weakness signs. So I'm not entering because on the 4 hourly, daily, and not entering this trade because we don't have enough resistance to support the idea. The logic is solid. So the weekly daily and for hourly showing bullish strengths. The trend. So basically say the trend is your friend. So you want to be trading with the trend. And clearly our trend is right now a bullish trend. So we don't have any reason to not to be trading that, right? Is it like things we can publish and record spark minds? Write a public notes about you. Very, very simple. Great setup, which I'm looking for. Okay, let's see what's going on. Never used this functionality on TradingView yet, but let's check View out how is this working and how the idea is of it, right? That's being said, I'm checking here out. So clearly one thing, the trend and here is our idea. Let's reverse. So let's save that and let's move on to Bitcoin, because we need to reposition ourselves on Bitcoin level also. So on the Bitcoin we see clearly we took some liquidity over here, straightforward Bitcoin, and I think that was it, and we have talked about that in the live stream also. So we talked about that. Look at it, just perfect. We just talked about that in the live stream. Go watch it back from the last week. The Fed, we talked about this pump. It was 2-3% pump over here, and I was like, okay, it will be not correctly for that, and exactly happened as we have wanted. Of course, all this information are on my opinion. You shouldn't trade based on it, and I don't recommend any copy trading over here, because you need to learn to generate your own trade ideas. Otherwise you will be dependent traders and relying on signals and waiting for people and making wrong decisions. And you have unique personality and unique views in tradings, and you should leverage that. And each person is different, and that's why I'm helping and building my mentorship to figure out your personality, your structure, your layouts, and how your life situation currently is, and to help you navigate that, right? So basically said, I will be looking for that trade over here, right? Is this right now? I'm looking for it as a bullish sign. And first of all, we have done it, and second of all, correction end. So basically said, I'm not worried about this, what's going on over here, because the majority of the time, as we said, when we go to the heat map of the crypto on a daily basis, Ethereum took on a weekly basis took a hit. When we look at the last 24 hours, we see clearly that Ethereum was very damaged on all those coins over here when it's coming to Hydra and so on, which is I'm invested in Solana, I'm invested in another ton of stuff I'm invested in, had some massive correction. Yeah, it was very, very sad to see that. So the thing is, over here we need to be very careful, and I think the Bitcoin over here done its correction, and let's check out our indicators, what they are telling us in terms of a story. Yeah. So we have completely over here strong buy. So the indicator already told us there is gonna be a correction over here, right? Based on the bearish potential bear, right? It just was warning us in ahead of what's gonna be happening. That's being said, let's watch it over here. This is a strong buy, and this is a bullish. It's a bullish zone. Bullish zone. I would suspect that was it, basically. We got rejected by POC, point of control, when the majority of trades happen, right? And when we extend from here to here, yeah. So I would be looking for that trade, which is basically saying from here to here, at least to 1900, and even up to here, 23,000. So we'll be deleting that, and we take over here. Very low VWAP and limit order, and also our channel correction, and also we have almost liquid edge, the indicator down below at the bottom, liquid edge at 21, bullish. So I'm basically saying I'm bullish over here, and this is gonna be a resistance level, and I think it's gonna be going over here. So my trade setups should be something here, and targeting all the way high. So I'm not worried about my longs. I had a couple of open position in shorts. Let me see if I can open it. So we have shared that. Let me close this window. So over here we have discussed about the on a daily basis, of course, the top headlines and with its sentiment in my Telegram group, and key analysis of the markets, and also key information. But I have posted these short trades which I took over here, and those two trades with 5x leverage, and don't use leverage if you don't understand what you're doing. It's gonna be just only stupidity. If you use more money, so you can lose it faster. This is because you don't know what you're gonna be doing, so you're gonna be losing faster. Basically, you're gonna be accelerating the process of losing faster. So I don't recommend you to use it if you don't know what you are doing. You need to have a system, process, structure, execution, good psychology, good fundamental, and good idea picking strategy in trading. Then you can use those leverage to accelerate your P&L. So yeah, I have talked about that and just wanted to share it with you. And the next thing is, let's go back over here. So I'm looking to see that, and the most important is, and I will be adding also here an alert. So we got our signal, and this is looking pretty good. And I didn't forget, of course, we will be going into the strategy of compounding. And for right now, we'll leave you with a guy from YouTube, which I was watching him on a daily basis, almost the stock market live. Stock market live.
Myrna on the high, Palo Alto down 1%. That's still going on. RZLV, Palo Alto flushing. What's this? Resolve down 15. Small cap. You can't believe the disrespect on Intel right now. I mean, the best advice I could give you is to ignore everything. Do you guys remember when we first bought it?
Yeah, we will be watching him for a couple of minutes while I'm taking a break.
So we knew
and we'll be right back.
We were like, oh my gosh, it's gonna happen. It was like right around here. Once I got the final word, I FOMO'd it and I said, fuck it, I'll pay the extra premium. It's still a good price, right? And then we proceeded to spend the next 2 weeks of everybody bullshitting you. And I gave you the same piece of advice. That's why I told you, I said, listen, man, we don't know the deal yet. You don't know the announcement. You know what's gonna happen. And all these different things. So I wouldn't really listen to anybody. It's just gonna be a matter of this deal materializing in the back and forth. And I still think it's the same thing. I think you're gonna go periods at a time. Like we talked about, the risk to reward, everything else. I think
so yeah, we will be watching him for a couple of minutes and I'm gonna be
if that
right back.
Is good, that's it. You're never gonna get a shot to get that again. If it's bad, then it's gonna come down, and now all those people who are talking shit, they're gonna use that to go upgrade it and get in and call it a day. But whatever happens, it's gonna take a long time, and I really would not listen to anybody. I would make your decision, and that's what I'm saying. When I made my decision, I just made my mind up. So nothing's gonna change it. We had our timeline, we liked it, the government stuff sped it up, and at this point I think we've gotten way better news than we expected when we bought it. When I bought it, I just wanted the government, not Masa, SoftBank, Nvidia, and the government. So we have the demand, we have the integration, you have all you need is patience now. So yeah, but you're gonna hear it a lot. I would encourage you to make your decision up, because if you are gonna respond to that shit, then you might as well just take your 30%. Otherwise, but then again, you shouldn't have bought it for the long term if you still sell below 10 years. Otherwise, it's probably not going to affect you if a bunch of rich people who bought other things want to talk shit about it. You'll be fine. Just look at what happened and look at the setup. You went through this several times. You've done this. Shoot up, come down, shoot up, come down, shoot up, talk shit, shoot up, and then play it. And then all of a sudden, another 30%. I think the earnings, like I said, if the earnings is good, the earnings are on what? Tomorrow or Wednesday? If the earnings are good, that thing is not coming back down. If the earnings are bad, that's going to be the last quarter, and then I think maybe towards the end of the quarter, some of those analysts will start flipping back to bullish because now they can recommend it at a good price. Meta's red, and so is Boeing. Umana. So that one's starting to wake up. SPY's still going though. So that's probably Nvidia and Apple holding. Yeah, because Apple's coming down. Yeah, it's Nvidia. Intel doesn't have earnings tomorrow. It's sometime this week. That's why I'm saying don't be fooled. You think everybody's talking shit, bro? Oh no, though. They're October 30th. So next week. But yeah, everyone's talking shit or saying and getting bullish, but just remember, it's all about earnings, especially with it right around the corner. Yeah, October 30th. So next week. Next Tuesday, not this Tuesday. This Tuesday's POW. Oh, wait. No, that's it. That is in a month. Hold on. What am I tripping on then? Let me pull my cam. What am I thinking is next Tuesday then? Oh, no, I'm an idiot. Ignore me. October 23rd. Projected release. That other one says October 30th, though, too. So hold on. Something's weird. I have 2 different dates. But yeah, I think I'm more likely wrong. I mean, let's hurry September up then. Come on. I never wanna be sad. Yeah, I think it's October. Yeah, my bad. Who the fuck is on Tuesday then? Something's on Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. There's something next week. I thought it was Intel. So, I don't know what's going on. But either way, the next month, then burn 2 more weeks on Intel. But like 2 weeks before, it's not even gonna, like, it's all gonna be about earnings. Like I'm telling you guys, that earnings, that's where the money shows up. That's where we're gonna find out details. And then they'll have the opportunity to guide for next year and everything else. So, but that's where I think Intel becomes either it takes off or you're gonna spend another quarter or 2 in the gulag. And then Oracle again. Is it Micron? I think it is Micron. If one of them's tomorrow. But then again, I'm also thinking next Tuesday. But Micron is tomorrow, September 23rd. So that might affect it. And then Bakkt had something this morning. They're shooting up 47. And then UNH keeps climbing. Nvidia helped Apple a little bit there. Alfred. Nike is next Tuesday. I think that's who I was thinking of. Nikes! And then Rigetti now, one after the next. So they're about to go green. They started off red, but remember, this is your one segment of the bubble. And Iraq. Do I remember Octomom? I do. I had to explain that to my girlfriend the other day. It was like a month or two ago. I said something about Octomom, and she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, there was an American lady who had 8 twins, and we loved her. We rewarded her. We gave her a show. We were enthralled by Octomom. I didn't know it. She kept asking me questions, and I sounded dumber and dumber. Every time she's like, why did you guys care? Why did you watch? I'm like, I don't know. It was Octomom, bro. We were fucking just, we were enthralled by this. Fascinating. I want another episode. So, hold on. That's amazing. I've had a couple of children in my household, but not a. It's hard to believe it till you see it. But yeah, so I do remember Octomom. Explaining this to a foreigner, bro, is the weirdest thing. And I tried to, and it just didn't make sense. Boom, UNH. Family here, and they got 20 kids. They got a show for a bit. Yeah, that was like a long time ago when we still cared about family and we would put it on TV. Yeah, we've came a long way, man. It's how far we have fallen. There was a time in American history where like family TV shows were, you got to think about it, the demographic, bro. They're like, yeah, put that fucking family with 20 kids on television. They love it. Now it's, I think after Teen Mom, it went downhill. And here we are. Bro, we thought Teen Mom was the top. We thought, we were like, oh, they're getting pregnant as teenagers and putting it on television. We're like, oh my God, culture is ruined. Damn. It got a lot worse, you guys. It got a lot worse. That was not our biggest problem. Actually, I don't even think people care about teen moms in the same way anymore. We have way bigger problems. That's it. That was the... At one point, though, Teen Mom was like, oh my gosh. Oh, dude, okay, yo, what the fuck? Oh, you just reminded me, Tyree. Thank you for bringing up the rapture. Okay, you guys, listen. The Bible says that nobody knows the time nor hour of the rapture, okay? Let me remind you, the word rapture is not in the Bible. You guys know that. The word rapture does not exist in the Bible. There's no such thing as the rapture in the Bible. There's meeting Jesus in the sky. There's, again, a second coming and return. But the word rapture is a made-up Western idea. I hate to break it to you. So why am I telling you this? Because there's a bunch of people on TikTok that think the rapture is happening tomorrow. I'm not even fucking with you. They're selling their cars. I don't know why they would even need money. They're quitting their jobs. And apparently there's a small portion of TikTok that is yes, they think the rapture is on Tuesday. They have it. They fucking ordered the rapture, bro. They think it's being delivered tomorrow, and they're very. I respect them preparing. You know that. I always hated. I'm not gonna lie to you. I always hate a mother effer who think the rapture coming and you know ain't doing nothing. I'm like, really? You really believe it's tomorrow? But I got respect for the motherfucker quitting his job. Would I do that, and do I agree with him? I do not. I don't think the rapture is tomorrow, but I don't know. I believe the Bible when it says no one knows. But yeah, at the very least, at least they got some faith behind it. But you guys might need to get another job soon. We'll see. I don't know. No, I think it's because of Rosh Hashanah. So it coincides with the Jewish holiday. I've seen this before. September 23rd to 27th has, for the last like decade, every like other year, they think there's like a rapture, a jubilee, a conspiracy, something. Always. Yeah, Feast of Trumpets. It's always around this time. All of them are about to go green. You started off the morning, like I was telling you. They're either going to trap you or they go red, come back up, and then they take off. I don't know what they do. Oh, AS, isn't this the one? What happened with those fireworks? Wait, is this the picture? Dude, nobody knows about this. Bro, can someone find me the video? I don't know if this is the real photo of it. But remember I read that thing? Yeah, this looks fake, but remember I read you that thing in the morning about AS? That's the one right now, but they had like a firework display in Tibet and everybody got mad. But I don't know what happened. That's the real picture? Oh, no way. Really? Nike launches first Skims product, available September 28th. So yeah, if that's it, that's crazy. But they're pretty much saying that it was like, they were like this nature brand, and then they lit off a huge fireworks set in Tibet. It's like, America! I know that image doesn't look real. That's why I was like, no, but then I can't find any other images. You would think there'd be like a video. Yeah, that's the picture. Look, Chinese officials are investigating outdoor clothing brand Arc'teryx and apologize for firework display in Himalayan region, which drew backlash for potential impact on fragile ecosystem. Videos from the September event showed a multicolored fireworks erupting across foothills displayed by Chinese artist Cao Guoquang as part of a promotional campaign. Sparked a barrage of people saying the stunt contradicts their image as conservation-focused brand and calling for a boycott. The Canadian firm apologized, said it was out of line. They'll work with agencies to assess the project's impact, aiding that it had used entirely biodegradable materials. Nice. They said it was aimed at raising awareness of mountain culture. It's owned by Hong Kong listed equipment company Anta Sports. So it's called American Sports and it's not even fucking American? That's great. It's owned by Canadians in Hong Kong. it's the guy who did it was the guy who oversaw the fireworks of the '08 Beijing Olympics. Then there's a UN General Assembly. Oklo, back to green now. So let's see. I want to see all those premiums. I'd study those premiums, whether you played it or not, because that's going to be a setup during the bubble. One of these days it's going to drop, go up like this, and then flush again. All the dip buys get washed. But sometimes you're going to have fat run, pull back for 20, 30 minutes, and then it takes off. And see if the premiums would have rewarded you. That's what I want you to notice. So let's see. We'll go to like next week, but this is what I'm looking at. You want to see, like, so they started at 1,200, you could have got it for half off, and then you would have doubled up. So do you see what I'm saying? Is that risk to reward, would that have been good enough for you? Because if you bought it around here, it would have been losing 500, but you would have made 300. Or again, if you went closer to the money, you would have lost 600 to make 600, which isn't too bad. But like I'm saying, if this is going to be bubbly, if it's going to be concentrated, Oklo is part of the bubble. What do you, I mean, if you make me explain this to you, I'm gonna slap you. Okay, I will, but do you understand what I'm saying? If I have to explain to you why Oklo, Rigetti, and some of these names are bubbles, and you don't understand, that's fine. I will explain it, but it's gonna come at a price. Do you understand? That's all I'm telling you. If you really need me to explain it, I will. But that's not free, brother. That's not free. I don't have a minimum. Right now I'm taking an info, because like I'm saying, if you didn't hear me, I was calling that out. I'm telling you, I'm like, it's either gonna flush even here, or that's it. It's gonna come right back to green, and that's gonna cause that hype. Those are the two setups. So I want to see, because when we face this again, I want to know if the premiums are worth it or not, because some of them didn't look like they were worth it. So now that we see how it moved up, that was like, what, extra $3 above was enough to double them up. That's great, but not on the downside. And then that all did that in an hour. Anything slower, you would have lost. Above all, you must understand the last. Are you calling me a scoffer for telling you can't predict the rapture? My brother, get off of the internet and read your Bible. Okay? That's all. And if you do think it is going to be the rapture, I am available for donations. Thank you. But then again, I don't think I'll be here. But then again, maybe I will be. Then again, nobody knows. Well, yeah, this was, I mean, yesterday's watch.
So, hey everyone, back, and we will be right now diving into deeper, looking for potential trades and our current open positions in the market. We'll be checking that out. That's being said, let's go through the alerts. First of all, HODL itself, it is looking for a correction over here, so I was hoping on the HODL sides to go higher, but HODL is I didn't enter the trade itself, but this is hopeless piece of manipulated piece of stock. So that's being said, so on HODL itself, I will be looking for this. On all other trade is not necessary alerts here, alerts there. So all those alerts is not necessary itself. It's being said, let's move on. So HODL itself, it seems to be okay. And one key thing's over here got rejected heavily, so we want to remove this. So clearly we have something over here, right? And this has been fighting, and so I don't see it. So potentially I don't see it, and I'm gonna be exiting it right now. That's being said, and a quick exit gonna happen over here. Gonna reduce the music sounds, which I have realized in the background, which is pretty loud for music over here, right? That's being said, let's do that. And first of all, let me log into my broker. I'm using interactive broker over here, and later on we will be discussing. Let me grab my phone to verify it. So over here I grabbed my phone, and right now so we'll be attempting to log into my broker. And so what do you see on the chart? Think for yourself and understand it, and try to come out with the reasoning. What do you see on the charts itself, right? And many authentication and security reasons and so on. So I have upgraded the security level of my softwares and so on. So many login is needed to enter my accounts, and is very important, because a lot of scammers out there, and it is very easy to get hacked nowadays with all the artificial intelligence. And second alert just went up on ES, and let's see, 730. So I assume the alert was simply telling us the direction of S&P 500. Let's move on to our next chart. Our next chart was over here, and go over here on the S&P 500. Look at this. Let's go to the 15 minutes, I think 1 hour. Yeah. So that's for that exact reason we didn't took that trade, right? Look at trend. The trend is still very strong. So the trend is our friend, and we don't want to fight the trend. So Baba is doing good. They even, and we said we're gonna be exiting a specific stock over here. We are already exited, so we are pretty good. So perhaps I saw this coming. And the next trade I'm in, let's see. So we wanna check that out. Let's go to matter. What's matter with you? Nothing, and seems to be wanna do double bottom over here. Let's adjust this one, and let's turn on our indicators, and what's to figure out what's going on. Let's check out the 4 hourly. So on the 4 hourly, it is done quite a rejection. So yeah, this is at quite a rejection. So this is a small cap was entering here. People lost interest and it needs to jump back, and if it didn't jump back, then people losing interest in it. So yeah, no trade for me until our compound area, right? So I was looking for this. Everything seems to be fine. No worries on my side over here when it's coming to this. Let's check Baba. Baba is just killing it. Mashallah. Baba is a Baba. Baba is Baba. It's fucking very beautifully trading. But let's check out if we need to exit anything over here, right? So we have discussed about those potential scenarios, right? So we have already extended. So let's see if on Baba we need to exit anything. On the 4 hourly, we are already seeing some weakness signs. On the daily, we have already traded perfectly. On the weekly is nothing. On the 4 hourly again, and we are at the resistant level. So I will be adjusting my take profit to here and closing one position. Closing position due for hourly signs of correction. And will be closing. So James, someone have closed our position perfectly. So that's being said, let's check out a couple of things. VIX, we have talked about it. Ray, I mean that short trade, and still some potential for the downsides over here, right? And but we are over here, so I'm gonna be taking some more profit on Ray. So just we are at 75%, so there is no reason for me. Seems to be saying we should log in first. Let's log in first. So let me log into my crypto account over here. Okay. So let me try again. I need to go to my other apps. So I have many verifications over here, right? So that's very important to keep in mind that I have many setups of verification. So I'm looking at over here. Is it, what is it? Thank you very much. We got the notification verifying one of my accounts. I'm right now trying to log in. So potentially was a good trade setup. And let's close 50% on Ray. So we are closing 50% on Ray, and let's check. Okay, let's go to Ray back because we said for Ray we want to see this. And let's see this. We got just 23 notification, and let's go to quant. On the quant level it is also. We took some profit over here, and I would like to change the stop loss right to the entry level for Ray. Ever it take, come on guys, what the fuck is this? Gonna be closing 100% in profit on Ray, and we want to do the same. So we'll be adding this over here too. So the risk has been adjusted. To check the PNL. Seems everything to be okay. Everything seems to be okay. That's being said, let's check out. That is okay. Quant is okay. We need 1 year. That was it. And we need to move on to Soul. And on the Soul level, we're still in this channel, right? So we clearly still moving very well on respecting the channel, right? So a great entry is gonna be below, but let's see if a good entry here is also. So we will be removing this one. Great. A plus entry. So we have a great entry over here if we go down. So yeah, seems to be very logical. All of them are aligning. So what we're gonna be do, we're gonna be, so I have too many alerts on and my platform is right now limiting me to have those alerts anymore. So I will be deleting this. I cannot have this many price alerts. Once, so the soul has been done, the Neo. Wow. So Neo is just clearly wanna go lower. It clearly broke it, grabbed liquidity. And is the question is gonna go higher, Leo? Sorry, not Leo. This is Neo. Check out if Neo providing us with a good potential. But even Neo didn't give us good trade, right? So it didn't provide us with good trade on a daily, weekly basis, giving us the signal of potential bullish. Right, look at this signal here, and it's just ripped. And only here had some correction, but it wasn't bearish. Liquidity grab was clear liquidity grab. Look at the left side. Liquidity grab. Here was also a liquidity grab. Money is flowing in. Stop loss should be below. So on the weekly, daily, not good, and the weekly is good. And the 4-hourly we are at the bottom, so yeah, I'm not worried. So we clearly over here, let me remove this, we are at the bottom of this over here, but we broke out of this channel. This is dangerous and will be not compounding. So adjusted the alerts and the BTC the same. H bar. Okay. question is for H bar, will be needing to hedge it. So this was quick liquidity grab, surprising everyone. So no one expecting that this gonna be happening, right? When you look on the left side, everything seems to be very strong, and right now all those crypto getting this smacked, and good resistance upstairs were waiting, but no. Daily level seems to be okay, and the weekly level seems to be okay. A big fair value gap over here correcting, so I would expect to go higher. It should go higher from here, so I would love to see it go higher, right? So yeah, I would love to see it go higher, but we need to hedge ourselves in just in case. We need to delete all the unnecessary alerts. Be deleting this one too. So this is also in not that great position over here, but on the weekly seems still strong, and the 3 daily got just rejected over here. Okay, this is a very dangerous situation we are in right now. Right, so we want to see a clear action of BTC soon as possible, or it's gonna force us to hedge the position. Right, so we don't want to hedge it. We want to be right. Well, what the hedge position was it? So hedge even here was, what's happened? Let's go back. Even on side was, we're looking at potential longs, and I'm still in that long. The question is compound. I said compound here. So basically I should be looking for potential compound, and we'll be doing that. And but before we do that, let's check out the daily, the weekly. Okay, let's see why we wanted to do that. Let's compound. Another 100 with was the right compound. So we have talked about it. ADA, we need to talk about ADA. ADA, what's going on? The weekly seems to be good, and take profit, and it's Daily doesn't look that positive, and hourly will be fucking not that great for hourly also. Should see clear here. We need to make a decision over here. So I'm looking at S&P 500 to look higher, Bitcoin to look higher. So I would be looking for this one to go higher too. But before that's happened, is it fundamentally also strong? Because we have picked it under 4 hourly, still some strengths in it, and we have too many alerts over here. We're gonna be deleting the not necessary ones. To here. So we said it's gonna be good entry around here at 0.73. So I'm not talking this much because I'm focused on figure out the trade ideas and the direction we wanna go, right? So I said it's potential compound over here. So I will be actually adding some more to my ADA. And for that reason, the alerts went off. And so over here and Uni daily, not looking that great. 1, 2, 3 signals telling us to sell. Fourth one already told us. I should see something like this more. So we had over here the idea of breakout got cancelled and rejected. The question is, should we reverse the direction? So it's gave us a breakout signal over here, and which are dislikes, and we still kinda right. Let me check. Go to the downside of that parallel channel. Mm. So I'm pretty much not worried. The question is on the 4 hourly. Okay, I see. What the thing over here? I'm not worried that much. Here is going down. Got failed auctioned. Clear one. So clearly got failed auctioned. The daily. How about the weekly? Street very strong. Each time when the weekly we're still in this kind of downtrend, right? Clear downtrend. And it is signaling as the open and it's taking liquidity. So let's grab liquidity grab 1, 2, 3, 4. Liquidity grab, so I would assume it's gonna be closing and going higher. So that's my assumption over here. So I would basically be seeing this over here. And it's a lot of resistance levels, so I wouldn't be compounding. So here is our live compound scenarios, right? So I'm teaching you over here some live compound scenarios. That being said, let's check it out and move on. TIA. So let's see if TIA gonna be holding or not. Just got upgraded. TIA, crazy. What a move. That's not good at all. Right, this is could be a liquidity grab, and we need to figure out is was a liquidity grab or not, and it needs to reverse very fast. I want to see a quick reverse from here, otherwise I gonna be hedging myself and exiting position. So Tia, that's not good at all. What's you doing, Tia? We grabbed liquidity, was clear, majority of the pain area. Let's go on the 4 hourly, and we need to see a clear action one here. One around here. And reaction we need to see. All are very similarly positioned. LTC got rejected, went below over here. Is it always the question, is it a liquidity grab or just market changed its character? And when we watch over here from this side to this side, and it is clearly just Crazy. Okay, just front run it. Yeah, this is some sign of strength. Like if I kept all my hedge, it would have been perfect. So clearly we have entered that zone of limit orders. We didn't grab it fully. So yeah, seeing at this potential compound play. That's not looking great. Is the question, should I exit or not? And seems to be very clear that we have already targeted that area. And it's worked like a magnet for it. I can see this also. And let's go on the daily basis. Liquidity. We have a range, the bottom of the range. I think this was it for AV. Oh, currently I'm not in any position, so we will be skipping that. Lado, we have talked about it. The rest have we talked about it. So yeah, we have talked about everything very clearly about the direction of the market and more. And let's check out in the last 4 hour what's happened. It is pretty neutral. It's not moving. So nothing much happened over here. So I have a couple good positions, a couple bad positions. So majority 100% I'm on a long side. So I want to hedge myself and figure out how we can hedge ourselves in the perfect way over here in this market. And I will be posting that also. And on the stock side, we have been clearly a couple of problems in the retail trade side and the consumer sides, which is the technology, healthcare also. And we have talked about the daily news, which is I'm publishing on a daily level on my LinkedIn, which is sentiment and what to look forward in the markets. And don't forget, only educational purposes, all my contents, no matter where it is. And Tuesday, Fed chair, and of course Thursday, GDP. We want to be watching this GDP over here, right? So we want to watch the GDP over here, and of course, more than that is next Friday, the PCE core over here. and in 2 weeks the JOLTS and PMI is very important key data. That's being said, let's move on to over here. We said over here we are in pretty much in grid area and looking more upwards instead of downwards when we compare it to the crypto sides, which is going less downward into the fear. When the times move on, right, people are becoming more fearful, right, and fear. So sorry for my ugly writing over here. And we said over here the risk is still neutral on the derivative sites, and we have upgraded the sites and the information to your liking with proof and also 5 seat limit, and you don't pay us anything if you don't pass it, and we will be working for you for free, so no risk at all for you. You can test it for 7 days for free, and you can extend the guarantee even to 14 days, and if you don't learn it, you can get it completely for free. Journal posting, also upcoming epics and other proof over here, and also the red flag index, which we talked about in terms of comparing us to other competitors and what you are getting it. We have done the job for you, or you can download here the Excel sheets directly with instruction in it, and you can score different competitors A, B, and C and figure out which one is the best for you. So we want to keep it transparent, and the market direction was very clear for us. We said the trend is still very bullish, so we don't want to trade against the trends. And second of all, fundamentally and logically it should go lower, but the trend is bullish, so we will not be trading against the trend, and I'm not looking for a long trade right now. This being said, I'm looking for something else on Bitcoin. We said we're looking for bullish on Bitcoin. We are still remaining bullish on Bitcoin if we see correction going higher from here, right? That being said, keep that in mind, and I will be looking forward to hear from you guys in the comment section. Share your thoughts, share your ideas, so we can learn more together. So all the things we have talked about, and I think for the compound video we will be leaving it for the next time, and I'm gonna be posting in a couple of days from now a compound series, how to compound your trades the right way. And that's being said, looking forward to hear you in there and to see you over there. Also, don't forget to follow and share and comment over here. And thank you very much for being here today and watching this live stream with me together on the markets, right? And we have done a couple of great stuff and work, and hopefully I see you next time also. And don't forget to leave a comment, share, and follow me on Telegram and also on LinkedIn, where I post on a daily basis on more information. And if you like the new idea of the program I'm building, share it in the comment also, so I can know and write you feedback. And I'm open ears over here, want to learn from you as well. You should learn from me also. See you next time, everyone, and I wish you a great week ahead, and enjoy it. Don't risk too much, and hedge yourself always. And I'm gonna be hedging myself soon as possible, and for today I'm gonna take a break after this because mentally it's exhausting and taking a lot of energy, the market, and I need gonna make a walk and come back and readjust my position again and make a hedge. And that being said, this was another tip: always take breaks in the markets. See you next